Hi, my name is Kara Warner. I'm from the Eastern PA District, and I wanted to share a passage that has meant a lot to me lately. It's a very familiar passage, but it's one that I haven't usually connected with myself so much. I've connected it with other people who are important to God. But it's from Psalm 139, and I'm not going to read the whole chapter, but I'm going to read 1 through 7 and verses 13 through 18. So the passage says, "You have searched me, Lord, and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with all my ways. Before a word is on my tongue, you, Lord, know it completely. You hem me in behind and before, and you lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too lofty for me to attain. Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence?" And we know that the passage goes on to talk about different places, the darkness, the pit, many places that we're not hidden from him anywhere. He knows everything about us. And he knows us intimately because he's the one who created us. So if he's the one who created us, and he's a good creator, and he's a good God, and he's a perfect God, his plan for us was perfect. He wanted us to be in the very location that we lived in. He wanted us to have the quirks and the personality differences that we have. So everything that he created about us was planned and designed by God. Even the experiences that we've been through, he knew beforehand, all meshes together in this beautiful tapestry that he can see completely, but we are still only seeing parts of it. It's just hidden to us, but God knows exactly what this beautiful piece will be when it is finished. So this is verses 13 through 18. "For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. If his works are wonderful, then we are wonderful too, because we are part of his workmanship. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed body, and all the days ordained for me were written in your book." So even in our darkest moments and our biggest challenges, God knew about them. There are times where he's held us and comforted us and wept with us, but he knew every single day and every single moment of our life. And they were ordained, and there's a purpose behind each and every circumstance that we've been through. And these all happened before any one of them came to be. Verse 17, the footnote makes it read, "How amazing are your thoughts concerning me, God. How vast is the sum of them." So he thinks about us all the time. "Were I to count them, they would outnumber the grains of sand. When I wake, I am still with you." So this passage is powerful. It shows how important we are to God. It shows that we matter, and it shows that we have a purpose. So every part of us is known by God, and he designed us according to his perfect plan, is the gist of what I want you guys to remember from this passage. Now I want to illustrate what this passage has meant to me. So for example, he knew the family that I would be born into. He knew that I would be born in Massachusetts. He knew that we would move to Washington State. I would grow up there. We'd have the foster children that were in our home. I'd have the older sisters and their experiences that impacted my life, my younger brother, my parents, their personalities, their quirks. He knew everything about my family. He knew about my location. He also knew me intimately. He knew the compulsions that I would have. In fact, I was just diagnosed with obsessive compulsive personality disorder, and he knew that I would have that, and he's actually used those in a positive way in my life. And even though I'm just finding out about it now, I'm actually happy for the way that he's designed me, and I know that he's used that, even though other people see me as strange. And I'm sure you guys have things about you that are quirky and people think are strange. He knows our fears. He knows our anxieties. He knows our desires. What we want to have, what has challenged us. He knows how he's gifted us. He knows what motivates us and what brings us to our knees and sobbing, and the anger that we experience and the bitterness that we have to overcome. He loves each and every one of us and each and every part of us, despite the challenges that kind of trip us up. We are his daughter and we are his friend. So there are things about us that we don't like about ourselves, things we try to hide and things we want to change. But he accepts us, and he even created us to be who we are. He doesn't want us to stay stuck in sin and condemnation, but he wants us to thrive in the grace he has given us through Jesus Christ. So don't let other people define who you should be. You are who God created you to be. Walk in the Spirit, walk in love, and accept and love each other too.